and he has to buy his flame breath and his charge ability as he levels up. Air quotes. Does that sound like fun? Like, does that really sound like fun to you?
I don't get it. I guess I probably wouldn't mind.
Well,
Like, personally.
But the thing is, like, it's gating off a Spyro game where you don't even get to fire breath until you've spent an arbitrary amount of time, say a good half hour, playing the tutorial, and then it levels you up and tells you can use the fire breath. Does that really sound like fun?
Well, that's what they kind of did with the first Legend of Spyro. I think. Sort of. Ah. Well, that hurt.
No, you started with the fire breath, I'm pretty sure.
Or no, yeah, you start with it, but you have to unlock the other breaths.
Well, right. But that's not what I'm getting at here. Like, say there was just an arbitrary experience system. In order to unlock the ability to use the fire breath, you just have to kill a certain amount of enemies. Everything else is the same.
That'd be interesting.
For all of about 10 minutes, and then you just get to the point where you're, okay, I need this ability to actually beat the level. How many enemies do I have to kill? Blah, blah, blah. And you have to spend a while grinding just to be able to finish a level. Does that really sound all that fun? The audience can't see you shrug, but, you know, you see what I'm getting at. Trying to include mechanics for the sake of just including a mechanic when you don't understand why it works the way it does, that just ends up making kind of a crappy game. It's no fun. I mean, another example I can kind of think of is how you have to, in Crash of the Titans, you have to actually unlock Crash's spin attack. That's just kind of a WTF moment there for me, but... like, I know it sounds like I'm being really picky about this stuff, but I'm honestly not hard to please when it comes to video games. Just know what you set out to, like, have a goal, have a design goal, and meet that goal. And then say exactly what your goal was, and that you met it. You know, I don't expect people to be making these incredible things.
If only we could say that about Enter the Dragonfly.
God, Enter the Dragonfly was such a disappointment. If anything, we should do that one as just an example of everything you do not do, game design-wise.
It's not the developer's fault, it's the stupid company.
Well, okay, yeah, it's probably not their fault entirely, but yeah, no. I mean, this is... You're right. Enter the Dragonfly was mostly a product of it getting rushed out the door before it could even be finished. Which is another evil of the game industry that just really ticks me off.
And they took the liberty going back and fixing like the frame rate issues and the locking and everything, but there's no way they could have fixed and added more levels.
Yeah. Now see, the thing is, if that had come out today as is, I mean, sure, they would have patched the frame rate and stuff, but then they would have been like, oh yeah, here's all the levels and stuff we didn't get to include in the game. Cough up $20 for the DLC. That's what they would have done. And don't get me wrong, I love DLC. I love the idea of adding on content later as an option. But when it's used as a lazy replacement for actually finishing the damn game, that's just... and, like, Day 1 on disc DLC? Are you kidding me? I mean, sure, maybe there's some features you didn't finish. But rather than make it a Day 1 thing and leaving it on the disc... Like, the on-disc part is the bit that messes with me the most. That's... Nice timing. Okay, I'm ranting. I
just realized we're kind of being boring today.
Well, maybe you are. I'm ranting. People apparently like that kind of thing. Alrighty. So we got that. Now let's see. There's a couple of places we haven't yet been.
One more egg, one more light gem.
And those are both behind the, like, 90 light gem door.
Connect.
So now we just move on to the next area, I suppose. Which I'm assuming means we have a boss fight.
Well, I think it's squashed.
Well, technically no. You still lost health. Okay, not sure why the shot of the sky was necessary, but okay.
Depending on how good I have it today, we may how good it goes, or how depending on how it goes, we may just stop after the boss.
Is this one frustrating?
To say the least.
Oh boy. I think I can already see why. That's ice.
I cannot believe this. How did you make it this far? No matter. I will deal with you now. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but alas, you have forced my hand.
Am I supposed to be scared of you? I've spoken to the elders, and from what I can make out, you're just a traitorous coward.
How did we know any of this? They didn't tell us jack shit!
To be taught a lesson or two.
Like, that's... Ah, so on the ice. And he can freeze us, okay. Alright, so what are we waiting for? What, really? Ah, okay, so we just have to push those into him. Well, that's...
This bit always gets me, but I think I finally figured it out. I'm never the part of problems. I'm not sure when it's 2 and when it's 1. So
well, it looks like he follows a pattern of 2, 1, 1.
So regardless of how many it is, if I still move,
Or 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Well, I like that they let us actually, like, get some damage on him if we're fast enough, more than just one hit.
You remind me of me when I was your
Uh-huh, sure.
I just hope I fight better than you when I'm your age.
Low blow. Okay, now what? Maybe the fire breath might be a better option here, considering it's mutant. We don't have to, you know, hold it on them. Yeah. Okay. 2, 1. Yes. 2, 1, 2, 1. Or 3. Okay. just basically made his pattern a lot more, Oh. You are a jerk. Oh! Well, that ended that fight quickly.
Don't we get checkpoints?
Thank goodness. Okay, 2, then 1. Then 2, then 1. 2, then 3. Then 2, then 3. Or 2, then... So is there any way to keep him from dodging it, or does he just arbitrarily dodge it?
You can only hit him one time at this stage, I guess, I think.
Well, that's irritating. That's really irritating. You should reward your players for being fast enough. 1... 1... 2... 3... Yeah, it's just a matter of memorizing the pattern. 3, then 2, and then he summons the boxes.
I didn't know you could. I didn't know the water grub was better. I was always using flame grub to try and get him.
Yeah. I don't even know why he bothers trying to summon the boxes, because, I mean, it's not like he has any chance of hitting Spyro unless he tries to push them into you. Which, actually, that could make for an interesting boss fight. You know, a little bit of a inverse tug-of-war, I guess? Alright, now moving on to phase 3. And water.
And ice. And electricity.
Okay, so if your power is so infinite, how come you're just sticking to shooting little ice projectiles? Oh, okay, so he melts part of the platform. So what's the goal now? Oh, and now he's icing it again, so the platform expands again. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. Oh, that's just bullcrap. That's just bull. You're... Just start, no wind up on that attack, nothing to telegraph it, you just arbitrarily immediately take damage. That is the most... that is just plain bull. So I'm guessing we can't stand still here?
Nope.
Or... well, that would be why. Yeah, see, that is super cheap.
I think you're supposed to use the little things on the outside to tell where it starts, I think.
You can't... what things on the outside? There's nothing.
See the little poles?
No. No, I don't. I don't see any poles.
The little balls there?
Oh, you mean those things that are practically invisible?
Those are where
That no reasonable player is going to be able to, like, see when he just immediately and arbitrarily starts this attack? Like, okay, you want to know how you properly telegraph that? You just have the orbs glow for a minute before it starts. Have him glow and have the orbs glow.
You still don't know where it'll start, though.
But it tells you that there's something coming. At the very least, you can learn from that. Or, here's an idea. Have, do the old charged laser thing, where, rather than just immediately starting... I can see why this fight is so frustrating. Because, let me tell you, I'm not even playing this, and I'm frustrated. But as I was saying, do the old charged laser thing. Have faint lines appear between him, like where the attack is going to start, and then have them go live. That way the player gets a... just...
I think I figured out the trick. Stand still.
I mean, that probably helps, but... just let the player figure it out, rather than just this immediate, arbitrary startup that...
That's better.
you have very little defense against.
I don't know what standing still does, I guess, because it has a specific... It probably starts based on where you are, so and it intentionally won't hit you if you're not moving. Or something like that.
If you're not moving. But who the hell designs that as an attack? Hey, 2 hits. Fantastic. Now we just have to not get hit. Yeah, who designs that?
We got 3 butterflies roaming around in a full spark, so I think we're good.
Probably. But yeah, seriously, who designs that as an attack where you, with no warning that you just have to stand still? That's really poor game design.
Ripto's Rage kind of did it. With the Gulp robot and Ripto, in the Ripto's arena.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. I mean, I know the fight.
The second phase where he summons Ripto, the Gulp bot.
Yeah, no, I know. I remember that. I just don't know what attack required you to stand still.
Or not stand still, but if you got 3 blue orbs, the shots in the air.
How did those require you to stand still? I don't...
They didn't require you to stand still, but it was sort of the same thing as the things coming out of nowhere, except you saw the shadows on the floor or the ground.
So, not like that at all. There was actual telegraphing.
Spyro, thank you for releasing me.
Mugs for the camera there. Okay, neat little nod to the first game.
Ice breath can be used to freeze enemies and stop them in their tracks. It can also be used to freeze small water jets or cool down hot ice.
So the ice fairy is cold. Whose idea was this?
Well, it makes sense. Sort of, I
It
think.
would make a lot more sense for her to be immune to cold. Yes, let's put this fairy in charge of ice. Nah, let's not make her immune to cold. Let's just let her suffer. Whoops. Oh. 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 Just barely. Yeah, I mean...
Okay, that wasn't as frustrating as I thought it would be.
For you, maybe. Remind me to show you the extra credits thing on the difference between difficult and punishing.
I've read about it before. Fake difficulty.
Well, it's not just fake difficulty, that kind of thing. The video talks a lot about...
Even though it's a really popular game, Kingdom Hearts 2 does it.
With the Demix clones.
No, I mean it's got Kingdom Hearts 2's got fake difficulty and like I'll show you the thread later. I think I might have shown you it before, but it was regarding is Kingdom Hearts 2 easier, and is that why unlike in Kingdom Hearts 1 you can only get off one cure and then have to wait.
Okay, well, what was the point? I think this is an interesting discussion.
Is it easier, and did they mask that by lessening your access to cure?
Okay, so where does the fake difficulty come in? Limiting cure like that?
I don't remember exactly. I'll have to check the thread.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, the video is excellent.